What's up, everyone? Today is a glorious day because we're starting off 2025 right. First off, let's go ahead and cover some of the things that we've been doing in 2024, why I haven't really been on here, and well, we're going to be changing that coming this year. Now, last year we did go ahead and rebuild from the cab back. So the cab itself is still needs to be restored and everything. We have new doors, new fenders, new inner fenders. We have a almost 500 cubic inch big block, which we have been working on, and we'll go through the whole process of how you're going to convert an 8.1 liter Vortec, which is the same thing you would do with an LS, sort of. There are some differences, not much, but some differences. And just do that swap. We're going to be stripping the whole front end off, new fenders, new everything. It's going to be absolutely glorious, guys. We're going to start that next week. The Buick is running like a top. We have a few things we want to do with that this year, and we're going to paint the Supra come spring, mostly because I'm going to have all the equipment out to paint this thing, so I might as well paint both. So I've been prepping the Supra. I did have some maintenance on that this year. I had to put a stage 3.5 clutch. We'll do a whole video on that when we bring that to the dyno, because that didn't work out the way it was supposed to. It was supposed to have got the new clutch in, freshened up a few things, and then brought it to a dyno. Then the dyno told me they don't do Haltech. It's like I was waiting for 3 months to get in, and then they're like, yeah, we'll have to hold it for another month so that we learn how to use the Haltech. And they liked the place, but they were going to charge me to learn how to use my computer, where there's a place out in Utica that already knows how to use Haltech. So we're going to use them next spring, this coming up spring. Other than that, guys, like, there's a few things I want to cover. We have a really interesting swap inside the Supra. It's a 1UZ-FE. It's a 4-liter Toyota engine. This thing right here. So this actually started out with the fact that I pulled the Escalade engine and put it inside the Buick with the anticipation of buying a different winter vehicle. And unfortunately, things just kind of fell apart and financially couldn't do it. So I saw this come up for $1,000, and I was really, really excited. We'll do a whole video on it. It didn't work out, but it has some really cool things. One, I mean, it looked fantastic. This wasn't in the picture. Definitely deer. It was a custom repair, and it was pretty immediate why it wasn't on the road anymore once I got there, because it only has 139,000 miles on this right here. The American Barra, or the Amara Barra, the American 2JZ. It is the first generation of the 4200, so it's got the plastic valve cover on it and all that fun stuff. But we may have a 07 head we can throw on it, which difference is about, well, different. There's a few other differences, you know, higher compression pistons and all that fun stuff. I'm losing you guys. We're in mittens because it's really cold out. Oh, but yeah, this unfortunately, New York State rust. So underneath is completely wasted. There's a few issues that I haven't seen yet, but I kind of know they're going to be there, because if you look, the plastic tub had been messed with, and the only reason why you'd be messing with this plastic tub is the frame behind it has probably got a hole in it. So yeah, pardon me, it's kind of cold out. So starting next week, we're gonna start doing some pretty ambitious things. One, we're going to start stripping the square body, because we need to get the 8.1 liter Vortec in it and get that swap started. Most of the wiring is already done. I have a few things I need to do. We will go through the whole process on how you would convert an 8.1 liter Vortec to run in a old square body. Very similar to what you would run into doing an LS swap. We have HP tuners, so we can get rid of the VATS system, because that's really annoying, but that's the same system that we had to get rid of to run the Buick. And we are going to have to run a 07 ECU for the Amara Barra, because boost. Yeah. Sorry, did you hear boost? It'd be really cool to do a one-on-one comparison between two engines that I've actually really started to like. Of course, I love the LS engine, and the 2JZ is all right, but the price on the 2JZ has gotten completely out of control. So I think it's hilarious that the options that you have for, say, a great, reliable, ridiculously reliable Japanese engine right now, that is $480 is how much I paid for the last one, with 38,000 miles on it, I believe. And I mean, the one that's inside the Supra right now is 120,000 miles, and it's running 17 pounds of boost at almost 8,000 RPM. So brutally able to take horsepower. And then you guys got this thing right here, the Amara Barra. And that is really cheap too. You can get one at a pull for like 215 to, you know, already pulled for $500, where LS engines have been, I mean, they were creeping up, but they're no longer creeping up. They're skyrocketing in price. So yeah, alternative engine swap ideas for you guys. American V8 is now being replaced by an American straight six, and the Japanese straight six is being replaced by a Japanese V8. The world we live in, guys. At that, I'm really, really cold, and I have to start pulling this thing apart. So look forward to the next video that we produce, which will be going through this wonderful thing and how bad it was. But fortunately, we got it for a really good price at $480, whole thing. And after we strip off all the parts and pieces, we'll probably have the Amara Barra for around $200, maybe free, maybe less. I mean, who knows? Till next time, remember, keep your shiny side up, and God bless.